Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Denver Broncos. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First down gets 3 up to the 28.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. He'll run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire this thing deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. He's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Steelers 7, Broncos nothing.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. K.J. Hamler returning it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. Call that one an even 60 yards. 6-0. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 9.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Steelers 7, Broncos nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Check 26, check 26. Thanks, both of them.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. Oh, some strong running. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Michael O.J. Mudia with the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look, 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. Oh, nice move. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Roethlisberger. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the 1st half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd.
Let's get it.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
That's the score. Steelers 14. Broncos nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off for the loss.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. play action. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And brings this one back. It's a P6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point put through by Boswell, and it's now 21-0.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. The throw right sideline here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
In the offseason, Melvin Gordon made the move over from the Los Angeles Chargers to the Denver Broncos. He stayed in the AFC West, and now he has a mission to get back to being mentioned as one of the top backs in the league. With a young quarterback, Drew Lock there, expect him to catch a ton of passes out of the backfield and use his ability in open space to make people miss.
He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To Gordon out of the shotgun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Jeudy complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. To throw it is Lock. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. shotgun snap to Locke. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 4.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this carries into the end zone, and we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Locke. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have the Broncos first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
And the Broncos first down.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Devin Bush, the Steelers' leading tackler as a rookie last year, gets another there.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Broncos' 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones. What a sensational effort. That's going to be a loss of 20.
3rd down.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. Third quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Now Locke. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
To throw on third down. Locke. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Judy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point from McManus is good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action. Now it's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing now is Locke. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They fake the handoff, now Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Noah Fant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
McManus's point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Space to maneuver at the 40. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. notch the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. On first down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Play action. Locke. Forced out to his left. Open man Handler. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. Throwing on first down is Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. Oh, an absolutely filthy jerk. He's got some space now. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. A quick throw outside by Locke. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
1-yard line.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Roethlisberger to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
This is the tight end fan. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
At the 31-yard line.
Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lock to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 yards there. First down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. This is Gordon. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it, because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses, because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
First throw of overtime for Locke. He'll fire one downfield, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Touchdown,
And partner, a
Denver.
great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.